Today I would like to share with you on building trust while working remotely. So I would like to share my top 5 indicators for you as a leader. Hi, welcome to Korero Solutions YouTube channel. Indicator number 1. How are you showing your team members that you support them? What kind of supports are they looking for from you? Is it emotional support? Is it resources support such as IT, training, mentorship? Is it support with their physical space, whether it be at home or at work? Is it a swing space at work now that most employees are working remotely? What are you doing to show that what they need for supports you find important enough to you to help find a way to make that happen? Number 2 indicator is be predictable. As the staff get to know you, make sure that your behaviors, your answers, and your decisions are something that they can count on. Whether when they bring a problem to you, that you look at it as, okay, we've got a problem that we can work on together, find a solution together. If you're having a bad day and they know that, something is up, but they can still count on you and that your mood or what's going on in your personal life isn't going to impact how you behave or act towards people in the workplace. It's also to know that if they reach out, you're going to respond. So I'm not going to set any parameters saying when employees reach out, you have to respond within 24, 48 hours or 6 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour. But just so that the employees know, if I send an email to you today and I write important in the subject line, that by end of day, I will have heard back from you. If you're at work, of course. As long as it's not a hit and a miss, that if I send an email, I might get an answer today, maybe this week, maybe not at all. Maybe my emails are going to be completely ignored. Just make sure that you are reliable and predictable for your employees. The third indicator is to share openly. Nobody believes that the leaders are, have never made an error in their life, have always made the right decisions, that they're inhuman when it comes to emotions. So when an employee is sharing with you that they're finding a challenge with something, it's okay to share back to say, when I started out, I ran into the same challenge. Here are some of the things that I worked through to see. Now, they may and may not work for you, but it's worth giving it a try to see what may work for you. Or is there something else that you're thinking of that may work that I can help support? So when an employee shares with you, show a bit of vulnerability. You don't have to go into your full life story. You're not looking for sympathy from them. You're not trying to take away, which has happened, that when an employee comes in with a problem, you're like, whoa, that's not, that's just a small problem. You should see what happened to me, and you completely discount it. What you're saying is you're meeting them where they're at. You're saying, I get that sometimes this can be frustrating. So let's work together to find out what can work. And yes, I have shared some of those same challenges, and I've come through it, I've learned, and I've grown from it. So let's take a look at what is it that I can help you with. The fourth piece or fourth indicator is a little bit more tricky because it takes something that Stephen Covey teaches about taking that pause to reflect. So when something happens to us, and I'll give you a good example of you're driving home in traffic and everybody's in a hurry and somebody cuts you off. Immediately our brain goes to, they intended to cut us off. They had, they knew we were there and that we were in that space, and they just intended. Meanwhile, the reality of what actually just happened is maybe their mind is someplace else. Maybe they're in a hurry. Maybe they've got a family emergency. They changed lanes and didn't quite think it through or recognize that you were sitting right there. So what we're looking at for here is patience and grace when it comes to when somebody does something that's out of character or sets that "what was that all about" type aspect, and we think, wow, was that done to slight me? Was that done? Take a moment and think. 99% of the people that you work with, that you engage with on a day-to-day basis, that they're coming with good intentions, with positive intentions. I believe people come to work or go to work every day or show up for work with the intentions of doing their best work. And that best work might be a different percentage on some days. But ultimately, I find that there is very, very, very few people in our society that go out to intently hurt, harm, cause issues for other individuals. So what I want to say is, yes, they are out there, but they are few and far between. So when something happens, take a moment, pause, and think, okay, I believe this person is coming from a good and positive place. So what could be going on for them today? Maybe I need to check in to see what just might be happening or challenging them, or something that I can help them work through. Just before I go to my fifth indicator, I would like you to take a minute, click below the subscribe and like button, and we'll make sure that we get to you our best and newest videos that are going to help you to become the leader you aspire to be. Okay, so here we go. Number 5 indicator. Meet people at least once a week. So I know everybody tells me, Jeanette, I'm so busy. I've got so many things to do. I just like to say this doesn't take a whole lot of time. It can be 10, 15, 20 minutes, or it could be an hour. But take the time to connect. Whether it's by video, phone, try not to have it by email where you're doing a check-in. Do some type of visual. Just say, can you pop on to whatever virtual format you're using? Let's just chat for a couple minutes. Go grab a quick cup of coffee or tea, and let's just have a quick conversation. You just want to do that human-to-human connection. So remember to do something today that's going to change your tomorrow.